What's up, faders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan. I am your host, Johnny.
And I'm Tom Tokyo.
That's right. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze.
Japan and the news.
That's right. And Thomas, without doing any arithmetic, what number is this episode?
590.
590. That's right. And this is a very special episode, faders. And in fact, this is absolutely epic. We are here with the one and only, the legend of Tokyo internets and podcasting, Mega from the Mega Late Show. Mega, welcome to Got Faded Japan, man.
Oh, thank you guys for having me, man. I'm really excited to be here.
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, thank you. We've been trying to do this for a long time, man. And finally having you here means so much to us, dude. We've been on your show we've been on your show once. You've been on our show once, dude. Finally, here we are together on the internets using Zoom, having an epic Saturday night fucking fade along show, dude. And faders, you better be drinking right now because we're going to get fucked up and faded.
Oh, I think we're fucking right.
I was going to say, the last time you guys recorded with me, I wasn't drinking. I was sober for like 2.5 years, almost 3 years, but I broke that sobriety a few months back. Wow. Still, I haven't really gotten drunk. I've had like a beer here, a highball there, but tonight I got a little, a 6-pack of things, and I might get kind of drunk tonight, fellas.
Are you going to get evil, Mega? Are you going to get evil? Let's just ask this question.
No. I'm not sure exactly how I respond to alcohol anymore, but I've always been a great alcoholic. One of the best to ever do it.
Really?
One of the best.
Yeah, one of the best. Top
One
tier.
of the best.
We
Hall of Fame ballot.
You're in good company.
We shall see, because like, man, trust me, I'm a professional drunk.
It's true. It's true. This guy will never have a driver's license. This guy will never have a bicycle nor a skateboard. No,
motherfucker.
No, not even roller skates. Not this guy. Oh man. So I gotta ask, what made you break your seal?
I was just like, I don't know, bored, I guess. I don't know. It was like Corona times. There's a lot of stress on everybody. I was sitting at home bored, and I decided like, hey, let me just have a beer. And I had a beer, and I was fine. And so I've allowed myself to have a few beers. I didn't quit drinking alcohol because I was like hitting rock bottom or anything. It just didn't work for me anymore. And I'm the type of person that if I quit something, I really got to just quit it. Otherwise, I'll never be able to get done with it. I don't have any moderation skills. I wasn't able to moderate it. So
I'm preaching to the choir.
So basically what you're saying is like, there's zero and there's fifth and there's nothing in between.
Exactly. And that's with all things in my life, pretty much. Like I'm either doing it completely or I'm not doing it at all.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, all right, okay, fair enough, man. Like, sounds like a reasonable challenge, because like last time we talked to you, like you were saying like, yo, I got a little daughter, and like she will not let me sleep. So if I drink too much in the show and blah blah blah, I get that. I understand.
The hangovers are brutal. I imagine that they still are. So I haven't really messed with hard liquor. Originally, Johnny was like, let's drink some Moscow mules, and I was like, all right, but I feel like that's going to be painful for me. I'm glad we switched to beers.
All right,
we can't afford it.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, dude, like just fucking skate on your own level, man. Like, see how that goes, man. Just like, fucking walk a certain path and like, see how it goes. We'll see what happens.
Well, I have been wanting to be on this show like since before I moved to Tokyo. I think I heard about you guys, and I always thought it'd be fun to get drunk with you. So when we finally did record and I wasn't able to drink, I was a little disappointed. So Johnny hit me up a couple months back and was like, let's do it. And I'm like, I'm drinking again. He's like, let's definitely do it. And so yeah, man, I've been excited for this day for the last 2 weeks.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Actually, even before that, because like man, what was it? Like Johnny told me like he's off the wagon and he can drink, and I was like, man, fuck, we should get fucking lit up and do a fucking show. It'd be awesome.
And we are right now, Tom. And Mega, your podcast is fantastic, dude. And we know your podcast, and I know a lot of our faders know your podcast, but what I want is for everybody to know of your podcast and what you do, man. So can you just give us a little riffraff about what's going on?
Yeah, indeed, man. My podcast is called The Mega Late Show, which sounds a bit narcissistic considering I call myself Mega, but it was originally me and my friend Late who moved back to the States last year. And it's a Tokyo-based hip hop art and culture podcast. We primarily focus on like the hip hop community, but also just creatives all around Japan. We've had a variety of super famous people, some smart people, professional like New Japan wrestlers have been on. It's mostly just highlighting people out here who are really cool. You know, that's why we reached out to you guys, and yeah, it's not on some like, yo, what do you think about temples? It's people who are really on the street doing things that are interesting and dynamic. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
But that's very cool. Like, but didn't you say this like when we were on your show? Like basically you said to us was like your focus is on hip hop culture and also dope culture.
Right.
So like we're living out here in Japan. Like if it's not hip hop centric, that's fine. We'll interview you. Like, you know, we'll see what's going on. Like, you know, we want to talk about cool stuff, and that's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've been a hip hop head. Like, I always like to make the distinction about what I'm talking about when I say hip hop, because I'm not talking about anything that you hear on the radio. I haven't listened to the radio for 20 years, and so basically anything that's popular is not really what I'm talking about when I say actual hip hop culture. I'm talking about the four element breaking, graffiti, DJing, MCing, performative, participatory group of people who are really doing things, and that's kind of the backbone of my skeleton. But I'm also into abstract, experimental, huge jazz fan, variety of different art forms, and anything that's interesting. I'm also a leftist Marxist, so political conversations are interesting to me too. And yeah, so anything that's dope, man. I'm trying to get this guy who wrote about alien language theory that lives in Tokyo on, and that's not hip hop, but it'll be dope.
Well,
It'd be
I don't know.
interesting.
I kind of disagree with you, because I think the Scratch Pickles and Mixmaster Mike, I mean Cubert, they would always talk about fucking talking to aliens and shit. I mean, if you
Right.
saw the documentary Scratch, which I'm sure you have multiple times, I mean, that's like half the shit they talk about. They're like, yeah, when I'm scratching, I'm thinking about talking to aliens and how they talk to each other,
Indeed. I mean, anything I do is going to be hip hop, but for the layman, they hear hip hop and they think of a section in a music store, and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's true. That is definitely true. But that's not, I think that was more true maybe 20 years ago. I think like this newer generation knows more about what's up,
There's a lot of really interesting things going on, man.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, before the show, you were talking about what Takashi 69.
Yeah, man. Like, can I just say this? Like, I'm not a hip hop head. Like, I gotta.
Tom's a raver.
My I'm not a fucking hater, but my
No,
musical
raver.
days are kind of my musical days are kind of all over the place. But like, hip hop not my thing, man. Like after like even after like I wasn't a show, man. Like I listened to a couple episodes. I'm like, okay, like you guys are cool, but like I don't have that tuned in. You start talking about hip hop. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. But one thing I did know is like I just recently watched the documentary on Takashi 69, and I'm like I'd heard about him, but like watched the documentary, I was like, ooh, man, what a fucking piece of shit. What are your feelings on that?
I mean, I don't listen to the guy. Like to me, like I don't know. There's a really interesting thing that happened in the late '90s that affected all art and all media with the Telecommunications Act, and things have just changed. So what is considered hip hop culture to the masses, like Tekashi 69 is not really hip hop culture to me. I think he's a person that grew up on the radio, imitates radio, and uses a lot of the musical tropes that hip hop that's been on the radio is created over the last 20 years. I don't know the kid. I grew up around gang culture, and I just have no vested interest in him whatsoever. So you watching that documentary means you probably know more about him than I do.
Okay,
But Johnny talks about the Scratch Pickles. I mean, yeah, that's hip hop to me. Takashi, he's a pop cultural icon that makes music that's labeled hip hop.
okay, like fair enough. Just to back it up, but like I saw the documentary, I was like, man, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. He doesn't care about hip hop. He just like he wants to get his name out there, make some fucking coin, and that's it. And like just he rolled over and ratted on everybody that like supported him. So like, man, fuck this guy.
Tom, when you first started to watch the documentary, when you first read the title, did you think it was Japanese?
No, dude, did you look at his fucking face?
Well, I don't know,
Did you
man.
look at his fucking face. He's a Latino dude that has a 6'9" over his fucking face. And mad face tats.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard
I don't think I was confused at that point.
when I first heard the name, I thought he was one of those artists that was using Japanese symbolism or something to, do his artistry. I have no idea where Takashi comes from, but it definitely sounds Japanese to me.
Basically, long story short, they said in the documentary, I think he's half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. And he took the name Takashi because there was a tattoo artist who did a lot of his ink who was like big into heroin and 6'9" because 6'9", and he was an attention getter. That was it. It was like rainbow hair, fucking Bloods, Crips, yo. It was like not my thing, but
Tell him what is your
that's some cornball shit.
it was not my thing either, but the documentary is called The Making of a Supervillain. It's not trying to say he's a good guy. It's like this guy's a fucking dickbag. And also on the documentary, it's talking about he's smacked his fucking wife around a lot. So I was like, this guy's a fucking shithead. I'm not saying I fucking support this guy in any way, shape, or form.
Right. I don't want to talk about fucking Tekashi 69 unless he's listening. And if you're a fan, Tekashi, definitely support us on Patreon.
Fucking don't. He's a dickbag, man. Fucking get that guy.
All right, well then don't. I want to talk about Mega, dude. Mega's here, man. We're getting faded with Mega. Now, Mega, I got a question. Okay, actually, I got a lot of questions. Other than having Tom and me and Sean in your studio, have you ever regretted having a guest in your studio? Because you guys have live, I mean, we haven't done that in almost a year, but you're still doing live shows and stuff.
Not so much with the live shows, but I can't say that I have a guest that I regret having on, but I've had people on who are like, that wasn't a really solid, strong episode. Like we could have vetted that person a little bit better. And but mostly it's the way we get people on a podcast is we know them, we meet them, and we see their art, or somebody is like, yo, this person's cool too. Yeah, it's kind of rare that I see somebody on the internet and I reach out to them. I would usually like to try to check out their art before I do that. But there's 2 episodes that I think are kind of trash.
Really? Okay, shit.
And one of them was with the guy who I think is really dope. I just think he's a bad interview.
Oh, yeah, we've had that.
Yeah, we have that. Because me and Johnny have never gotten fucked up and trashed an episode on our own.
Tom, I think most of that was your initiation. But yeah, actually, the one person that was kind of concerned having in our studio was Bob Sapp. Because I was worried about my fucking sofa, dude. My sofa is old, it's small. And when he decided to come over, he's like, yo, I can come over to your house and just do it. I'm like, in the studio, all right, cool. Because I was thinking karaoke place,
You're fucking dude, no offense, man. It's not this sofa's bad, but dude, I am uncomfortable sitting there, and I'm a bigger dude. That was that's a no-goer, man. I'm surprised he didn't fucking eat that for breakfast or something.
Yeah, no, true. That's what I was concerned about. Because when he came in and he sat down, dude, my side of the sofa, I went up 2 feet. I was like, whoa, dude. Halfies.
It's like a seesaw. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah.
Kind of was like that, but we didn't have that rocking motion. We're completely professional.
I mean, that guy's fucking massive. He kind of bends space-time. When you get around him, that gravitational pull, he's gonna throw you all over the place.
I'm gonna say one thing. That guy is massive. He's huge, but that guy is such a sweetheart, dude. That guy was so nice and kind and down to earth. I can only say the best things about Bob Sapp, dude. That guy was super cool, dude. Super cool. For him to give us his time to be on the show, to come to the studio, and then hang out with me and my wife afterwards. Insane, dude. That guy was super cool. But yeah, he was huge.
I'm a huge fan. Before I even thought about moving to Japan, I was watching Pride MMA, and he's huge. So I would have loved to experience that, be around him.
Yeah, I can introduce you, man.
Is he living in Japan?
No, I don't. Well, I'll tell you the country. He's living in Thailand right now. So yeah, he's got this beautiful place. I told him, I was like, the next time I go to Thailand, I'm gonna visit. He's like, yeah, you can have your own area of the house. I'm like, I just need a room, dude. I just want to hang out with you. Yeah, no problem. I'm like, he really does that when he talks. The guy, he's great. So awesome. All right, next question. On Got Faded Japan, we don't hold ourselves back, we don't filter, and we basically just say what comes to us, right? And that's part of like, I don't know. I think that's part of like me and Tom's chemistry. When we hang out, we bust each other's balls. You know, we have a good time. But I mean, we're like the best of friends. You know, and but you know, when we're together and we drink, we just say whatever comes into the radar, right? Now, what are your thoughts on that? Because right now, a lot of podcasts are kind of holding themselves back because of the cancel culture and this and that. Like I was listening to like a really big podcast recently. This guy's like super famous and stuff. You know him, I know him, we all know him and stuff. And he was talking about cancel culture, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to hold myself back. I want to say this, but I can't. So basically, I don't say what I'm thinking." And I was listening to this, and I was like saying to myself, like, that's not what a podcast is all about. That's like fucking NPR national radio with sponsors and shit, dude. You should be saying exactly what you think. That's why we're here. This is fucking pirate radio. I mean, this right here, a podcast is your pirate ship. You're a fucking captain, Mega. What are your thoughts?
I mean, you know, I'm not a person. Only time I ever use woke is as a pejorative or ironically, but you know, I'm very much aware of like intersectional politics and how difficult it is as a comedian these days. But for me, I don't really say anything that's too off the wall. Like, you know, I don't really make gay jokes. Like I grew out of that for whatever reason, so that doesn't, you know, bother me. I might say gay as a joke, but I don't hold my tongue for anybody really, and I'm not really worried about those repercussions because nothing that I do is in malice, and I don't think that I'm too offensive anyways. Like if you've got a gender pronoun that you want to be called, you know, Mega is my righteous name, and I tell you my name is Mega. I don't expect you to call me something else. So if you tell me what your gender pronoun is, I'm gonna call you that to the best of my abilities. So yeah, I just watched the Patrice O'Neal documentary, and he was so
Patrice.
yeah, so wildly problematic, you know. But you know, I mean, I'll still say bitch. I'll call somebody bitch if I want, and our podcasts are not for that. You know what I mean? If you don't like what we have to say, just go elsewhere. Like I'm not trying to hold myself to a weird standard for my listeners. It's like if you don't like it, get away.
Cool, man.
Are you gonna fucking cancel me? Like, come on. I'm
can't
so
be
adamantly
canceled.
against that shit.
It's a podcast.
So sorry, can I say something? Like when I was DJing, like, you know, when we could actually go to clubs and party, like by both my Japanese wife and like one of the club owners I know, they like told me like it'd be really cool if you wore like, you know, not a kimono, but like, you know, traditional Japanese outfit when you GG. We think that'd be really fucking cool. But like to flip it with cancel culture, be like, oh, that's fucking cultural appropriation. It's like, dude, really? Some fucking white person that like has never been in Japan before is going to tell me that's wrong when the Japanese people I know, one of which I married and have a child with, who's
Wait,
like,
somebody said that to you?
no, I'm just
Oh, an
supposing.
example. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so I'm supposing, but my wife, both my wife and like one of the club owners that like, you know, I used to hang with, they're like saying it'd be really cool if you wore, you know, kind of traditional Japanese outfit and like DJ, we think it'd be really cool. They told me
do
that.
shit all
It
the
was
time, dude.
yeah. Well, we actually the club in question was NSAW, so like that'd be dope.
Yeah. I know the
like
owner.
That.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like that'd be dope. Like,
I mean,
you know,
it's a
that's the thing.
spectrum.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about cancel culture, like you could yell, you know, you could yell cancel or sorry, cultural appropriation. It's like, says who? Says a bunch of offended white people that know nothing about the culture or like the actual fucking culture I'm in. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I agree with you. A bunch of white people are a big problem. No, it really is. On the strength, it is a lot of like professional managerial class, neoliberal white folks who are the most woke about these things. And again, some things to me do seem a bit suspect in a cultural appropriation at like E. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's not that serious with everything. It's not that serious at all.
There's nothing serious about Got Faded Japan.
It's not. Sorry, Mega. Just to ask you, like, my main dig with that is like when like, you know, fucking certain white liberals like scream of cultural appropriation. It's like, I don't fucking care about like, you know, what white people are saying. I want to know from that group.
Well, I can
you
tell
know,
you that, you
whatever,
know,
like black people or Indian people or whatever group that's
Okay, all right.
being
Can
culturally appropriated.
I just get in here for a second? When I brought up this question, I was just talking about just saying like naughty words and shit. You guys are taking this to a whole different level.
hey, if I could drop
Why wouldn't we though?
right. Well, if I could jump in really quick, man, I do have these type of conversations. I'm on another podcast too called This Is Not Information, where it's a bunch of us black folks. You know, I'm black and Filipino, and we discuss a lot of these things on there. So if people want to catch me and hear more of my really leftist views, catch me on air, because like I'm really against a lot of this postmodern intersectionality stuff too, and the neoliberalism of it all. So yeah, I like these conversations, but I'm trying to get drunk with y'all tonight.
Yeah, Tom.
Okay, man. If you don't, sorry, man. I apologize. If you don't want to take it too serious, man, like maybe you can click me a link to other podcasts that you're guesting on. Like, I'll be cool with that.
It's
Okay,
very
but
black.
I'm just saying, but like, there's fucking cultural appropriation is like, doing something offensive, but like when like the group like you're hanging with, like they're like,
Okay.
yeah, you should fucking do this. That'd be cool.
All right,
I'll
Tom,
think
we got
you're
it. We got
I
it.
can tell you straight up, Tom, like nobody wants to hear about white dudes complaining about cultural appropriation either.
Yeah, no.
I know.
It's played
We
out
never talk
too.
about that shit on the show.
It's almost as bad as the people crying about culture.
If I went on stage and DJ in kimono, it should be okay.
Tom, I want you to go to your job and teach little kids in your kimono, okay? With a little like wooden samurai sword and nunchucks, dude. I want to see you go to
I
town.
will work on that. I will smack them over the fucking head.
You know, you are a cosplay kind of guy. So I mean, if you're gonna do it, it's gonna look really good, even if it looks bad.
Well, like, yeah, honestly, man, like the Joker costume, the Mad Hatter costume, the Spider-Man costume, they all went fucking wild. They went
They
fucking
did.
lit when I was teaching little kids. So, man, who knows? We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, I got another question. What are your thoughts on Clubhouse? Right now, everybody's going clubbing, and I've been asked a couple of times to go clubbing. Like, dude, you got to do clubbing, man. You got to do clubbing, and I'm just like, do I really want? I don't know if I want to. I haven't thought about it, so I want to know your thoughts on it.
I mean, yet another social media hookup, like meetup device that I need to be a part of. I don't see the use for me, like why it would be fun. I guess, chat lines used to be fun in the late 90s. Everybody gets on, there's 20 people on the phone. It can be fun. And I've done a few things with the Black Creators Japan and their Clubhouse meetings. But number one, I don't have Apple products, so I can't really just jump on there like that as easily without the iPad. And number two is like, why do I want to talk to more people? I talk enough.
Yeah, I hear you in that.
There's so many people, like everybody has an opinion about everything, and everybody wants to recenter themselves as a person with opinions, putting them out there. Like, I don't want to hear everybody's opinion. So I'm not on social media like that. I'll read a book if I want to learn something about a cultural appropriation. I don't want to hear anybody else. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do on Clubhouse? Like, try to get bitches? I don't know.
Hey, Johnny, take notes.
What, to get bitches? Tom, you're the only bitch I know.
You were the one that fucking yelled at me to get on Clubhouse, and I'm an Android. I physically cannot do that. And you fucking, Johnny was like, get on Clubhouse, get on Clubhouse.
Dude, when it first dropped, dude, I thought it was a good idea until I started listening to it. And once I started listening to it, it's like a bunch of people talking about themselves or fucking arguing about a fucking stupid topic. And then I dropped it and stuff. So anyway.
To me, it sounds like from what other people I've been talking to, like sounds like a plane, this experimental nice plane took off. It only took like, half the people, half the passengers, and then it took off and then a mighty start, and then it fucking crashed and burned. That's what it sounds like.
I don't think it's crashing and burning just yet, but I think in the next 6 months, it might. I think it's going to get really stale really quick. It's kind of a fad, like bell bottoms.
Who owns it?
Fair enough.
Who
That's
owns
a good
it?
question. I have no
I
idea.
mean, if it gets popular, it's going to get picked up by one of the big tech companies, be it Google or Facebook. That's how it always happens.
Wait,
Facebook is probably already, or Twitter is probably already starting their own version of Clubhouse. That's just how it works.
Yeah, they're all the
That's
same.
capitalist realism in 2021.
Yeah, Mega, you're probably right. So, Facebook or one of the big tech companies is like, where's the cheddar at? Where's the cheddar at?
Remember Vine?
Yeah, where's that now?
Instagram, Facebook stories. That's where TikTok. That's
Oh,
where
well,
it's at.
Like, well, yeah, Vine got like, swamped. Like basically fucking TikTok took over Vine. So basically, yeah.
Well, TikTok is huge now. Jesus.
I think it wasn't it Facebook that purchased? I mean, we don't need to get into that, but yeah, I mean, it's another social media startup. There'll be another one next year too. I don't know if I'm getting on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna see where it goes. I'm not a fan, but everybody's talking about it, dude. Every couple of days, somebody asks me if I want to go clubbing. Yo, you want to go clubbing tonight? I'm like,
I hate that.
I don't know.
Doing the fucking jerk off motion now.
I hate that. I don't ever ask me to go clubbing on Clubhouse. If you do that, I might unfriend you.
Take
right,
note,
like a
faders.
true man.
I just noticed
There,
it,
man. So good to talk with you again.
Yeah, definitely. Yo,
Likewise.
you've got my Wu-Tang painting behind you, dude.
I know you see that, dog. I mean, come on. I'm a huge fan.
Oh man, dude. I gotta ask. Did you get a black light? Ah,
No,
that's
I don't have a black light in
battle,
here.
dude.
I wish I should have done it, but man, I saw the video of you painting the stormtrooper or whatever the name of that specific type of trooper was. I was like, oh shit, that's so dope. I'm about to go buy that right now. But when I went to the site, man, like your art is too nice. It's out of my price range.
Oh, dude, well, I'll cut you a deal, man.
That shit is dope.
Is that sweet? Check this shit out,
Oh
man.
man. And I've been to get off topic even more, I've really been enjoying the jackets you've been doing as well.
Are you serious? Get out of here, man. Thanks a lot, dude. That really means a lot to me, dude. Yeah, the jackets are actually, now that it's getting a little bit warmer out and stuff, I think those are going to come back. Because I mean, in winter, nobody wanted those. But last fall, they were coming in. I was going to make Tom, when's your birthday? I'm going to make you one.
It's my friend's clothing, then the Uniqlo bullshit or whatever.
Yeah, same here, man. Like, support like, independent artists and all that.
Yeah, indeed. Always.
That's true. Maggie, you've got a lot of artists that are on your show. You had those that one guy that had a show in the Diesel store about 1.5 years ago.
Mad Dog Jones.
Yeah, that guy's stuff is incredible.
He's fucking super rich off of it. He's doing crypto art now. Selling his art through this cryptocurrency. I don't know the details, but I heard that he just made like $500,000 off of selling some art just the other day.
Wait. How does that work? Like crypto art. So he does an art painting and like it becomes like cash in the internet. Like, how does that fucking work?
I don't know the details. And I like to say details like that just because it makes me feel good about myself. But I don't know.
Somebody's drinking.
I don't know the details, but apparently the art is in a digital format that can be traded online by art dealers. And because it is like a single digital file or something, they attach it to cryptocurrency generators and a value of some sort. And so it gets traded or it gets sold and then it becomes a currency of its own, maybe. But I mean, the thing I do know is that like he's blowing up. He did the Super Bowl show.
That's a fucking thing. You just like make art and be like, yep, fucking it's a currency. Let me print my own George Washington. Here we go.
2021, man.
I mean,
Jesus, man.
He's successful. Like, a lot of people don't care for the art form, and I get it because it's like pictures colored, collage pictures colored. So some people are going to be like, but I think it looks pretty cool. And
yeah, I'm not knocking. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't know your friend like personally, but I'm not knocking him. But like, shit, people could do that. Like, that's just like that's
yeah, they do. He's talking about it.
Like, fuck.
Art is such a racket too, though.
You're killing me, man. I'm feeling old. I think I'm gonna crawl in bed and have a heart attack now.
High art is so bullshit, anyways. You know what I mean? Like, who establishes the value to this? It's a great way to launder money. So,
yeah, I've heard that as well.
Well, people only launder money through like Warhols and Rothkos and like the top people like that. Actually, a lot of people that go to those whatchamacallit, auctions. What's it called? The Stephanie auction or whatever. Anyway, people that go to that's
underground auction.
An auction. I would love to go to an auction, by the way. I'd raise my hand just once, just to up the price, and then hope I don't fucking own the painting. Like,
and hope you don't get fucking
I'm like, I'll take it.
You don't fucking belong there, motherfucker.
I don't know if they let people like us in those auctions though.
Probably not.
Probably don't.
The cats with brown paper bags in front of the Family Mart with a highball. Probably not.
You know what? I'm pretty crafty. I might get in. Tom, I don't know. You got to wear one of your cosplay disguises.
I don't think I'm a master of disguise. I'm a rather big dude. I don't think I'm super stealthy ninja like. So
Well,
yeah, you
okay.
might be on something.
Yeah,
I believe in you, Doc.
that's debatable. But yeah, no, but that guy's art, going back to the original thing, that guy's art is actually quite incredible and stuff. But wait, cryptocurrency, 500,000. Is he in Japan? Is he living in Japan?
No, I think he's back in Thunder Bay out in Canada.
Oh, dude, if he's in Canada, he's fucking set. Dude, in Japan, did you know if you own cryptocurrency and you sell it, the government through taxes gets, I think it's like a maximum of 55%. So let's just say you fucking make $1 million, $500,000 goes to the government in taxes. That's why I don't fuck with fucking cryptocurrencies. I mess with stocks. That's it. You know, index stocks, index bonds, there, it's safe. You know, I'm just fucking thinking about my retirement.
Precious metals still work out. You purchase that tax free.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, no, you still got to pay tax on that too, though. Whenever you sell stuff. Well, I don't know. Yeah, not as much as cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency in Japan and stuff, for some reason, it's anywhere from 35 to maximum of 55%, depending on how much money that you make and stuff. So if you become a millionaire, you're not a millionaire.
Trash.
Gotta pay your taxes, man. Part of life. Oh, man. Well, speaking of taxes, you're on the show and you got to pay up, dude. We're going to get into the news.
Cool beans.
What do you guys think? The news? Are you guys ready?
I'm
Yeah,
down,
let's hop
man.
in.
Mega, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready, guys.